Hello and welcome. I'm Rahul, and you're watching me on my Facebook page, on my YouTube channel, Rahma Talks. And if you're watching me consistently, welcome back to my channel. I usually try to come up with new ideas, but many times I come up with motivational talks, because I strongly believe that if you have certain information and you can produce certain effect and still certain positivity or can act like a stimulus, to make people animated or make people take action. So if it happens, what could be better than that? So I come up all the time with certain information, but sometimes nowadays, I'm trying to talk to you impromptu, but everything is important whenever I try to talk to you, and that is why I want to keep it very informative. If you want to sustain in a job, first of all you have to go through rigorous academics, then you attain certain kind of job in any field, wherever in private sector or in public sector. After good qualifications and or any kind of competition, when you crack, then you get into certain kind of job, there what happens, since we have certain experience, more than 10 years of experience, more than a decade of experience, so we can say it, you know nowadays everything has been dynamic means everywhere people are wanting more work done from the employee than before. They want more productivity because of the technological advancement, whatever you say. They have been facilitated with kind of data review. They are able to fetch data, they are able to see data because of data analytics or whatever you say, Power BI, because many of data are being faced nowadays because of the advancement in digital technology. So they have real-time data, so they want real-time change, so they want to achieve everything in real time. Even if you pretend something, you cannot pretend because they have data, and these data are being produced at a huge and mass level. So everything is changing, and after incoming of AI, I feel that information age will certainly boost up. More data, more meaningful data will be filtered and will be made in order to have any kind of analogy and any kind of meaningful decision taking, useful ways it can be used. So we are seeing that everything is changing. Physically the burden is changing. If you are in a kind of job where you have to stay in fields, and you have to meet with people, if you are engaged with public dealing, you have to engage yourself more and more because you want to bring change, you want to so reflect into data that you have done something important. If you are not in physical, not in kind of field functionaries, if you are at back end or any kind of software industry where everything happens white collar job, most of the job, everything happens in a closed building or whatever you say, if then kind of development is happening, they also want to see a lot of works, useful data and data analytics embedded into software, you know so they want to ascertain that their front end software should be working in a way that can also facilitate data analytics. So everything is changing, so software needs, because they have any kind of consignment or any kind of work assignment, any kind of contact from these companies, who are working in either in financial or in any kind of sector. They are providing certain work to these software industries to develop software. So they are understanding the same thing is happening everywhere. Everyone is getting a timeline to complete their job. They are being traced to every work. So it is being difficult. So what you should do if you are a student, you have to be prepared. Whatever you have done in your academic, it is our mentality when we used to be in 10th or 10 plus 2 higher secondary or in graduation, we think that this is it. We have done it until now, we have read everything, and whatever we are going to achieve any kind of job, we won't have to, you know, do a lot of things like this, a lot of assignment like this, and we will be living better life. Actually, it was a myth. 10th, our guardian, our parents told us that this is it. If you complete here with good marks, everything will change. But after 12th, we'll understand that this is the junction. In graduation, we understood that after graduation, we will get job. The same will happens with master. If you don't get any job, you do a specialization, or if you have any kind of passion to do any kind of a specialization in any field, you will certainly go for master. So there is a tendency that we think that whatever we are doing here, it is going to end in upcoming years. But there is no future like that. Everything is being multiplied. When you go into the organizations, you will feel that many an assignments are being provided to you. So I will say you don't exhaust your mind. Rather be prepared for better productivity. So you have to show that you can do better each and every day. Whatever you are learning and applying in your academics, try to learn lesson from that you have to do 10 times more than that in organization, and you are being prepared for that. Previously, people say that education system makes them bad. Many motivational speakers say that. They claim that there is a flaw in our education system. It may be because whatever exhaustive knowledge that we want to provide to students in terms of uh, books, or in terms of whatever content we provide, if we don't bring practicality, how to be implemented, implementation of all these things, it's practicality. If we don't bring into use and into education, then there will not be substantial change in skilled labor, because every organization is demanding a skilled labor. The skilled labor means ready for the industry. So we have to transform our education system based on that. Very early we have to decide which sector the student is going to choose. Very early, not after 10th or not after 12th, not after graduation. I would say that after 8th, 7th or 8th, they have to be sent into a particular academic role, a particular stream in a particular sector that we have to say. If they will be sent into that, they will learn the things that are being used in contemporary organizations. If they will learn that kind of thing, their skill will certainly be added. They will certainly will grow. This is what I think. Because every day with the challenging environment of the corporate world, we see that we have to do every day something more. So why not skill other labors? Everyone in the industry, if they will be industry ready, then our workforce, our human resources will be developed in such a way that will be useful, that will be apt. So these are the keys I think students should take. But if you are someone who is in search of a job, what would you do to enhance your capability? Soft skills are also important. You have to have soft skills. I would say that having compassion, these are the soft skills. Having compassion and honesty is essential part. It is very subtle, but it is very useful. It is very subtle, but it is very useful. And I would say not only compassion, self-confidence. conviction about yourself should be stronger. Many students are being passed out, are being getting graduate, but they don't have self-confidence. They don't have conviction about themselves that they are useful, they have something important in their life. They have to stand on such kind of you know base, such kind of skills, and they have to develop conviction and self-confidence is a thing which can change everything. If you have a passion, you have to be mad about that. Yeah, it is okay to have rationality, to have cognitive ability to discern everything, but when it comes to passion, your passion, what do you want to do in your life? For passion you have to be mad. That once you will become mad, you will certainly get success in that very field. You will certainly get success if you are mad about it. If you will not stop, something important you can achieve, and that achievement will pave the way to success. People will recognize your skills, people will recognize your ability, they will retain in their organization for you for longer period of time. That you have to understand. So if you want to get retained, you have to be mad about your skills. Anything you are doing, nowadays in information age, if you are learning computer and it's language or any kind of skills like soft skills like Excel skills or data analytics, whatever you learn, if you're mad about it, you'll certainly develop better skill than others. There is a competition, there is a scramble, and in that scramble you have to beat others in order to prove that you are someone who have more aptness, who have more adeptness from others, who are more equipped, who are more intellectual. You have to prove that somewhere. If you want to compete with others, somewhere you have to face that scramble, and in that mad scramble you have to stand taller. So when you will be mad, you will certainly be better, you will certainly surpass others, and you will feel that you can provide yourself for the better opportunity. But I want to say that who are successful, there is a little bit margin, you said that, little bit margin. They are not a substantial advancement or a substantial, player in that very field. They are only better by a margin. So that is why that mad scramble, that madness will lead you to that threshold energy, to that threshold cut, where you will surpass others and you will fit in the organization. So these are my thinkings. If you want to develop your capability, certainly skill development is important. Self-confidence, conviction, compassion. These are my personal views, and that's what I want to tell you. These are really important. Other things are, always keep your aim higher. Always keep your aim higher. Don't think that 10,000 rupees or 15,000 rupees or 25,000 rupees I will earn. This is my target. This is all I'm going to do. Think of more. Think of more that if you add up skills, you can make millions. You can make 2 lakh, 3 lakh rupees per month. Even people who are doing digital business or digital content creators, they are making more than 2 lakh rupees, 3 lakh rupees online. They're doing better business. They have learned certain techniques and they are applying that. They have time, they are applying that, and they are getting result. So if you'll be working on skills, you can apply it. Its implications will be certainly better. That is what you have to realize. You may invest your 10 years, your 20 years of time into learning a skill, but when it will fructify, it will beat everything else. It will make your life better. And many a person have passion only for becoming a better personality, a better recognition. They want recognition in life. Yeah, money is a matter, but they don't give it too much value. They give their recognition more value. They give their pervasive nature more value. There the compassion comes in place. If you have compassion for others, you certainly go above than others. There is a way. I'm telling you that universe works in a way. It has synchronicity. If you are in synchronous with universe, you'll understand that its timing is much more perfect when you are in right vibration. You know, you have to be someone in order to attract universe in your favor. If you want to align with the universe, you have to show certain character. And once you'll be provided that opportunity, never let it go. You know, we have certain responsibility, otherwise we don't want to live it. We always want to grab the opportunity, every opportunity, each and every time. I want to multiply my own skills, 1,000 times better, so that I will be, every time I will be impeccable, immaculate perception, everything. If I can grab, if I can beat all the 1% in the world, if I will be on the top, if it can happen, then I should certainly achieve. But there are certain responsibility which takes you back, your family, your livelihood, your job, so everything you have to think of. And this is what takes you a little bit milder. Otherwise, if you are passionate, if you are really mad about your passion, nobody can stop you, nobody can cast aspersion. You'll certainly achieve something. And especially if you are unmarried, you should certainly be mad. You should certainly be mad about your passion. You should try to invest every time, every ounce of your time into learning something new and making yourself better. If I would have applied at that very time, the flow that I wanted to attain, the fluency that I wanted to attain, if I could have attained at that very time, then I would have applied it in a better domain. Its implication could have been different. But later on, I realized that after having responsibility, you have to think differently. Responsibility gives you rationality, cognitive mind. Responsibility gives you many constraints that makes you man. But if you want to understand that the golden time that you have before your responsibility, you have to use that very time. Become someone who can be really in 1%, not in only in 1%, but who can topple all the person who is above him. So if it can happen, you are certainly giving mesmerizing effect and sending mesmerizing message to all the people in the world, wherever you want to go, whatever you want to do. So pursue your passion. I will only say the video is getting longer. I just want to close my video, but before that I want to tell you that be mad about your passion. Thank you for listening to me.